Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and we were just having a few little technical things, which you know is so common. And so I'm really happy that it looks like we're on. Let me confirm. Yes, okay, good. We're cooking. Let me see if, let me get over to the comments. Send me some comments and let me know if you're here and what's up with you. It is the middle of August. Today's the 14th of August, 2024. Oh, good. I see that we've got some people watching, and it's just kind of like, I think, the dog days of summer or something. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. It's just kind of blah, you know. School has started here. I don't know about wherever you live, but school has started. So that Tammy, hello, Roz. Good to see you guys. I was just zipping around here and I don't know why things weren't working. And so I'm just going to get my little, it's humid. That's the thing, you know, I'm gonna get my little fan. It's just humid here. Heather, are you home? You're off today. I forgot about that. That's my daughter watching. Oh, I'm so excited. Becky, good to see you. All of you watching. Yes, put prize if you want prize. So it's just a little humid here. So we're having, Tina, we're having just a little bit of fanning to keep us cool because we were zipping around. Ellie had a bath today, and that was good. We were busy with that, and so I hope you guys are making some cards. Look at her hair blowing. Wendy, good to see you. Waiting for your class at a senior living residence. Aw, you're going to give a card class, Wendy? Oh, that's neat. That is so great. I know there are people who actually do that. Cindy Reed, good to see you from Canada. So we're just, my husband's watching a baseball game. So if we hear a lot of yelling, we'll know what it is. He was talking to me before. He likes to tell me the score and everything. So I don't know if you were watching. Only 85 in North Carolina. Yeah, it's, let me see what my watch says here. 89, but with the humidity, it just gets pretty hot. So, did you guys see my picture about my Bath and Body haul? Diane, good to see you. Thank you. Yes, I know. I use these back here, these little antibacterial gels or whatever they're called. Yeah, hand gel. Disinfecting kind of. They actually clean blocks. I use alcohol on my blocks too, but this smells so much better. And I also got a bunch to give away to my team. I'm planning, yes, you did see my haul. I'm planning a team party in September. And so my little mind is just going. I ordered some cute napkins and cups, and I'm thinking about what to make for them. And so it's fun. It's really fun to plan having a party for your team. It's for my local team. My out-of-town team, they can participate with swaps, and I send them prizes too. Everybody gets a prize, of course. News. Okay, some news. Still going on for the rest of the month, the 15% off select designer series papers. Tracy, good to see you. Glad you made it home from work. Tammy, yeah, she's on my team. She's really getting excited. Polly, good to see you. So the 15% off goes to the end of the month. Now, I also want to say a reminder. Remember last month for all of our orders, if it was over $50, we got a coupon, a $5 off coupon from Stampin' Up, and it has to be used in August. Ellie's fallen asleep. Oh, okay, I'm going to put her down. I think she had a big morning with her bath and everything. So I want to make sure to remind you before, I'm going to keep reminding you, remember to use those coupons, okay? Because after August 31st, you can't use them. An apple basket treat holder with the cauldron from the Potions and Spells. Oh yes, that Potions and Spells stamp set bundle, people are doing amazing things with that, Roz. I totally agree. Robin, I didn't really want to tell her news. So, Roz, I'll just say a yes to you because it's really her news to tell. But yes, the answer is yes. So I'll let her tell her news when she decides that she's ready. Yes, so Potions and Spells is an online exclusive right now. Go check out those online exclusives. They've got there's amazing stuff over there. In fact, I just got 2 new sets. Where did I put them? I just got 2 new sets and I haven't even had time to use them because I'm busy using the new stuff too. I got Scenic Pumpkin Patch. This is an online exclusive. And I got Frosted Forest. People are doing amazing stuff with this. I'm sorry about that light. And it comes with masks and dies, and this is available right now. Okay, Roz. Yeah, she did have a grandbaby, that's right. And so she's with her grandbaby, but I'm gonna let her tell all the news, but it's very exciting. So anyway, Frosted Forest available right now, and I'm gonna start using that. I just had to use something new today, so we're gonna use something new, a sneak peek from the new holiday catalog. But we'll be using these in the upcoming days and months and weeks and whatnot because these are fabulous items. Margaret from Australia, so good to see you. Very good to see you. Okay, shares. I'm working on having shares. And so if you want product shares, hi Holly. Beautiful paper and ribbon this time. Oh, gorgeous ribbon, you guys. I have some of it over there, but here's just a few we saw in our unboxing the other day. So I'm going to have paper shares, ribbon shares, and Cindy, that's what I'm using today. Xiomara, good to see you. So if you are interested in shares, I would really appreciate it if you would buy your shares from me. We can't order them until September 4th, so that's why it's not a mad rush. I can take everybody who wants them. I'm working on making up a reservation form for you, but I can't even take your funds until 7 days before September 4th because that's one of the rules. We can't hold people's money longer than 7 days. So definitely consider those shares. And then if you need a catalog, if you do not have another demonstrator, and you plan on ordering from me, just email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com, and I will send you a catalog. And I send my catalogs free of charge. If you are my customer, you've ordered from me online, not my class kits, but online from me in the past year, I sent everybody who had ordered from me in the past year a catalog. So you should be getting, okay, Tammy, great. You should be getting your catalogs this month, between now and the end of the month, hopefully. Okay, I want to use some of our new products. I want to play with our new stuff. So I just have to, here we go. Okay. Like I said, I wasn't as technologically ready as I wanted to be. Here is the little golden vanilla almond antibacterial that I put on before I started. So today we are going to use the Humble Home. This is a sneak peek, not available for customers until the 4th of September. And it comes with an adorable punch. And we are going to play with this today, you guys. You can't really see. There you go. There you go. Okay. It is just so cute. It's just as cute as I had hoped it would be. And here's the card we're going to make. This is our sample card, and this is going to be the prize for today. We're going to make this cute little card with the little home on the front. And the colors I'm using today are Azure Afternoon. We don't use that very much, but it's a beautiful color. Azure Afternoon, Lemon Lolly, which you know is one of my favorites, and Copper Clay, which is another one of my favorites. I just love Copper Clay, so I thought we'd combine those today and see what we can come up with the little Humble Home. I just think that's the cutest name because it's such a small little home. It's, you know, it's just a small one. And I chose today to use this particular one. Oh, and you know what I was thinking? Even though I can't open the catalog, the front of the catalog has the Humble Home all over it. Isn't that wonderful? So we can look at it. So here is the brick one. This is the brick. You can stamp that before you punch it out. This is the one I am using, but they did it a little different, and there's a little wreath that you can stamp and put on there. And this is the brick home with a little wreath. Excuse me. And you can do the roof. There's a separate little roof. It's not part of the punch, but I'm sure it'll fit in the punch. And then, so then you have that cute little roof. Look at, I mean, it's just the cutest. I love this little bundle. So if you are a demonstrator, and you've probably gotten to order it already, and I know Cindy said she just ordered it, I would say, I'm going to just say this like I do all the time, order now. If you're a demonstrator and you're listening, you're here, order this now if you want it, because already there have been 2 items from the holiday mini that have already, the demonstrators have scooped them up. They're going to be coming back. And I think I looked, and they'll be in town. One came right back, and another one says the 26th. So they'll be back for the customer go live, they call it. Or what is another name people call that? Drop. They drop new things. Just gonna drink a little of my Coke. So let's get started and see about this cute little Humble Home card. I'm gonna be brave and do a little bit of watercoloring again today, and easy watercoloring. I want you to see it. The easy. Oh, I just put the little house on the envelope. Cindy, that's why you ordered, because you'll be away during the catalog launch. Yes. If you're a customer, be ready on September 4th and order right away, because these things are just going so fast. It's really amazing. And if that's my policy now, if you like it and want it, get it now. Don't wait, because you know it'll come back. The catalog items do come back until the end of the catalog period, but you still, when you want it, you want it. You know, we're good shoppers, right? When we want it, we want it. Okay, so this is our standard 8.5 by 5.5 card base out of Copper Clay. Launch. Good, Roz. We're going to put a 5.25 by 4-inch piece of Azure Afternoon on there, and then we're going to put a 3.75 by 5-inch piece of Lemon Lolly. And this framing, it makes your card, I think it just brings life to your card to add the framing. Layering one piece on top of the other, and then it gives something for the, when you use these colors elsewhere in the card, it just picks it right up. So I like to frame my cards in the colors I'm going to be using for the stamps and whatnot. It just adds just a little oomph. Tracy Christine placed a huge order last night, and this was not on your list. Oh boy, you better go back, girl. Johanna, good to see you. Cherry Cobbler, I just looked right before I came on, and I think that one said, the one stamp set said August 26th or September 2nd, and Cherry Cobbler said August 20, paper cardstock said August 26th or September 2nd. I can't remember which is which, but both are coming, both are on the way. And I did learn something about that. Sometimes when it says, on our list, sometimes when we look as demonstrators, it says TBD, to be decided, or something like that, and you're like, what does that mean? And I learned that just means they don't have an exact date of when it's coming back, and you just wait a day or two and the date shows up. So they're working hard at it. Now, I do want to tell you, I forgot to print it out, but the design I'm using, the card design, and let me bring up my sample again. This is this week's Global Design Project Challenge. It's a card design, and they want to have 3 stripes going this way with a sentiment, a long sentiment right there. So I decided might as well use that as a design. I mean, it's handy to have that little impetus, that little a reason or a design that is already there, so you don't have to think it up. I appreciate that. So the papers I'm using here are Bright, and I think it's called Bright and Beautiful. Yes, these are called Bright and Beautiful. They're a carryover from last year's annual, I believe. And they have the 2 colors that I'm using, so I decided to use these. And I think they're on 15% off also. Hi, Kay. So good to see you. So you'll want to, if you want this, and I love this paper. It's in the current annual catalog too. And so if you get some of this, it'll last the whole time, and it has fabulous, you can continue to refill it all the way through this catalog period. And I love the colors in it. Now, I've already got this one the right width. These are the papers I'm going to be using for the 3 panels that go across. And so the width that we want, I've got my paper trimmer here so we can cut our panels from this pretty paper. The width is 3.5. Or yes, and the length is only 1.5. So we need 3 panels for this design. And I'm going to use one of the Lemon Lolly stars, is what it really is, if you can't really see it. And this is the Azure Afternoon. And so we're going to have 2 of these. Yes, put the word prize, because the prize will be today's card. This is not right. Oh no, this is what I want. The 3.5, yes, goodness sakes. Okay, 3.5 by 1.5. It is a bit hard to talk and respond to you guys at the same time that I'm trying to create. Hello, Renee. Good to see you. And so we're going to need 2 of these. There's one. 3.5 by 1.5. And here's our second one. Okay. And we're just going to put these panels across the front of our card. And this gives a really nice background for our brand new Humble Home little stamp and punch. Okay, let me get my glue. Now we're going to put blue, the Azure Afternoon, on the top and the bottom, that colored pattern, and we're going to put the Lemon Lolly in the middle. And I've mentioned this before, when you have 3 in a row like this, whether it's across or up and down, one thing you want to do is put the outside ones on first, and then it's much easier to center the inside one in between your 2 outside ones, and everybody thinks you have it all measured just perfectly. And so that's what I do. And I'm leaving that same 1/8 of an inch frame around each side. So all of those, do you see how that's the same? Let me get it up here for you. An 1/8 of an inch, and so you cut it a 1/4 inch smaller because you're needing that 1/8 on each side. But I think it looks really nice, that uniform frame everywhere. So there we go with this one, and then we'll put our yellow one in, and then we'll do the fun part and play with our new stamp and punch. Okay. I think this other color in here is Berry Burst. This is really a cute paper set. Bright and Beautiful. Okay, so that forms the background for everything else we're going to do. Hi, Cherie, good to see you. There we go. Now what we're going to do, this is going to be our watercoloring, but I'm telling you, it's really easy. I want to be showing you consistently easy watercoloring tips, because people get so nervous about watercoloring, but it really adds so much. And I'll show you, for example, we're going to watercolor this circle right here. Just a moment. And the reason I wanted to watercolor it is because I thought I can get a little different shade of the original copper clay. So you can see this is copper clay ribbon. This is in the new annual catalog too, Baker's Twine. And you can see the copper clay there is lighter and more, in a way, variegated than if you just used regular cardstock in that solid color. And so that is why I like to do a little bit of watercoloring. So that's what we're going to do here. And I'm going to use my 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to go ahead and punch out my circle first out of my Fluid 100 watercolor paper. And if you're just doing a dot or two of watercoloring, no problem. But when you're kind of pooling some watercolor and water on the paper, you definitely want to use the watercolor paper. And I'm going to bring out my little palette. Yes, I think it's a palette. And here's my water painter that already has the water in. I'm using the wider one. And you can see it's still a little bit, it's got copper clay ink in it still from the time I did it before. I didn't take it to the kitchen to wash it out. I just washed it with a wet one. And what I'm going to do, sometimes you can squeeze the back of the ink pad and get some ink on the inside. And for some reason, this one didn't want to squeeze and put the ink on the inside. I tried. And actually, this is much neater and better. So I'm taking a clear block and I'm just going to tap it on here and get some ink right on my clear block. And we're going to put that right here. So that's what we're going to use to scoop up the ink that we're going to use for the watercoloring. And here, let me just put this right over here. This is our little 2-inch circle. So now I'm going to squeeze the water painter and get a little water on there. And that's how I can lighten the actual depth of the color. So I'm lightening it, and that's going to give a different look on my project. And so all I'm going to do is just do this, just go across and watercolor. It's just, you know, a tiny thing. This is what I mean. You know, I don't like to be messy. So if it's small like this, this is a good deal for me. And that's it. That's it for the watercoloring. And then you just use a tissue, and which I really call Kleenex. And you can get that right off your glass mat. And another thing you can do if you want to is you can go back and scoop up a little of the darker area of your color, and even just, you know, add a little, just a little different to give more of a mottled look. You can just do anything with that. I think it's cool, and it's going to be behind the house, so it's not something that's the main point of interest. We're just going to give a little character to the paper. And there we go. I'll wash that off later, but wasn't that easy? Just a little bit of watercoloring, and it will add something to our project. I'll show you. So right now, the only thing I'm going to do is get out my heat tool, and I'm just going to blow this for a second because we want to use it right away. I don't have a lot of time to just hang around and wait for this thing to dry. I mean, who does anyway, right? We just have to, we've got stuff to do. So I'm just going to use my little heat tool there, and that should dry while we finish drying while we work on our cute little house. So now we're going to work on we're going to go ahead and stamp our humble home. Again, in copper clay, we're still using copper clay. And we're going to stamp this little cutie. And let me just show you how adorable it is. I can't even stand it. It's so cute. It has thin little lines. It's kind of a delicate stamp. I just think this particular one is super cute. And I'm going to color it a little bit to help it to blend in Hello, Vicki from Arizona. Thanks for popping in. Yes, you can rewatch other parts later. So I'm just going to go ahead and color in with Azure Afternoon and Copper Clay Blends, Stampin' Blends alcohol markers. And what I like to do when I'm using my alcohol blends is I like to start with the lighter. You get two in a package, light and dark, and I prefer to start with light. Many times I like the light one better, and then I can go back later and add shading with the dark one. Some people do it the exact opposite. They use the dark and add shading with the light one. But this is what I like to do. And you'll see that I am using what's known as the brush tip, but truthfully, I think it's pointier and I can get more fine coloring with this than the pen tip. I'll show you in a second what I mean. And this little bit of coloring we're going to do really makes a difference for the little house. So let me see. So here's let me see if I can show you the pen tip. And you see what I mean? I think it's just a little wider than the brush tip. Seems so fine. Just a preference. It's a preferential thing. The designer series paper is Bright and Beautiful. It was a carryover. Diane. I know, you have to get it. You have to get it, Tracy. It's just so adorable. So then I'm going to color these little guys. This is just foo-foo. You know, you don't have to do all this. I just wanted to bring those colors in that I had. This is what I mean by bringing in the colors from the frame, the way I framed the card. And then I was a little debating, you know, should I color the whole door? But I went for it, and then I liked it after I did it. So I colored the whole door, and I did color around that little heart. I think one thing I like about this set is it has a bunch of hearts. I'll show you in a minute when we punch this out. It punches a heart, and I've used the hearts as embellishments on my card. And then it has a cute heart stamp. I'll show you in a second. And then I kind of colored a little darker at the base and had it come out a little bit, sort of like a little doorstep. Let's see, is that all? Yes. And then I'm going to go in with my copper clay. I'm going to just top off the fireplace there. I'm going to just color the frames of the windows a little bit. And I think this just brings it to life. You know, this is going to be unbearably cute for Christmas. I kind of restrained myself because I thought, okay, you know, this might be from the holiday catalog, but we've got several months to use this with red and pink. So I'm trying to restrain myself. And I decided to do it in blue and copper, azure and copper clay. And I think this is it. I'm just kind of lining the little roof. And I like the blends when I'm not doing a big project because they just add that little pop. Okay, there we go. Let me see, one more little dot in there. Okay, isn't that just the cutest house? Georgia, good to see you. And I'll just show you the difference of coloring it in and not. Here it is on the envelope, and here it is colored in. So they're both, I mean, it's an adorable house, but I like it colored in. Okay, so now that's a circle punch. We're going to go for with our little Humble Home punch. And it's real easy to use. You just fit it right in there. And let's see if I've got it just right. Okay, let's see, maybe not. Up a bit, okay. And there is our cute little house. Look at how darling it punched it out. Now it also punched, and I think some of the things flew. I don't even know where they are. Oh, there's the heart. You see that it also punches a heart. It punches a tiny dot up there if you want to make it into a tag. You broke down and ordered it, Polly. It is so cute. You have to. I haven't figured out the square yet. It's a perfect square. So if somebody knows what that is, you can tell me. I looked and looked at the samples and I couldn't find, I just couldn't find what they use the square for. Let me know if you know. The shepherd stamp, yes. Yes, I like that one. Okay, so now we're ready to put our house on our card. First, we're going to put it onto our watercolored piece. And even though this looks a little odd there, by the time you put the house on it, do you see how that kind of modeling, moteling? Ask Sarah, yes. The little extra color that I went back and added with the water painter, it just adds a little more character to that watercolored piece. So we're going to pop this up on some dimensionals here, just like that, and put our house right on there. It doesn't fit totally perfect. In other words, we could have had a bigger circle, but I chose the smaller one in proportion to the card. I thought it looked better. Okay, so now we can put our circle right on our card, and you can use as many dimensionals as you want. I found, truthfully, when I'm using a circle, a smaller one like this 2-inch circle, just one dimensional really works. Alrighty, now the next thing is we need to stamp our sentiment, and I have chosen to use the word welcome. There are lots of cute sentiments in here. For the sweet gift, so you would say thank you for the sweet gift. You would say from our house to yours, super cute for the holidays, right? Is the circle too big? Oh, doorknob, that's right. Somebody told me, Roz, it was a doorknob. You are totally right. Ah, the doorknob. Okay, let me see. Let me just get a scrap there. You are right. Let me punch that little thing. My gosh, this is so crazy tiny. It is the doorknob. Oh my goodness. Okay, Roz, you solved that. Now we want to know about the square. What does the square do? Let us know if you think of that. I'm not going to put that little circle on because I think it's a bit much. It takes away from the cuteness of that particular door. But anyway, these are the different sentiments. Thank you for coming. Merry Christmas. It says home, like welcome home. To, from, very handy. So lots of great sentiments. Oh, and I was going to show you. There's a big circle that you can just put right over the front of the house if you don't want to have all the detail. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp welcome. That's the sentiment I've chosen. And I kind of like it because it's a little bold. And I've got two sizes here. I've got 1/2 inch, a 1/2 inch strip of basic white, and I've got 1/2 and a bit. Hi, Nancy, good to see you. Just in case the 1/2, I wasn't sure, I couldn't remember if I'd used 1/2 or a little more. And it looks like 1/2 is going to be perfect. Yep, that was perfect. I didn't need the extra, so I'll use that on another project. Okay, so that's, now we've got our sentiment, and in my, the way I've been doing it lately, I just finish off my sentiments with that little angle. I think it's kind of modern and quick, and I'm just going to put it right over there in accordance with the design sample from the Global Design Project. I see Polly over there, I think, at Global Design Project. I'd love to see some of the rest of you going over there. Okay, window panes. Cindy, it fits the square things on case. What case? The square, Peggy, fits the square things on case. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to think what that means, what you're saying. Square things on the case, on the case, on the case. I don't know. Maybe in place of a window. Oh, is that what you're saying? Maybe in place of the window? Oh, it would punch out the windows? Let me know. Okay, so we've got welcome on there. Now we're going to punch out, to finish off and use as embellishments, we're going to punch out some little hearts. And so I've just got some little strips of copper clay, and we're just going to punch. I'm going to be rebellious today. Can you imagine? A stamp case. It has square images on it. A stamp case. It has square images on it. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. Let me know. Window stamp, okay. So I'm going to punch several little hearts out of the copper clay, and then several out of the lemon lolly. Let me see, I have to get this in. If you get it in from the corner like that, you don't waste paper. Alrighty, let's see what we have here. Among all my crumbs, we've got 2 lemon lolly and 3 copper clay hearts. Okie doke. And they actually fit mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And we're going to add a little bit of this beautiful baker's twine. Door for the brick house, possibly. I think window stamp. I'm going to have to play, and we're going to by the door on the stamp case. By the door on the stamp case. These little guys right here. Oh, okay. The window. They're like little windows. Those little guys. Is that what you mean? Okay. We're going to have to play. All right. We'll play with that, and we'll see how it works, and we'll watch it. I usually wait till someone else does it. But I like the idea. Then you could, that is a good cutout for your windows, and you don't have to do it. Okay, Cindy, thank you. Finally, I got it. So what I'm going to do with this is beautiful baker's twine, by the way, this copper clay. And I'm just going to wrap my baker's twine like a bow, but not secure it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of a glue dot or two up under that corner and just slide it in there. That way I don't have a big fat knot, you know, making a bump. So this is how I do that. I just put that little mini glue dot right in under there. Then I've got my baker's twine all in the bow kind of shape, right? But not, in fact, I could even twist it like that. And then you just pull it down right in there underneath that little corner, and it should stick in there. And it does. Isn't that kind of fun? It just took one glue dot, and if you feel like it's going to come out, you just press another little glue dot in there. The window panes in the stamps, that's what the square, okay, got it. Okay, it looks like we need another little mini glue dot. We'll just slide under there to keep it nice and secure. And then you don't have to worry about it coming out. And you just tuck it up under with either your take your pick tool, or like I did, my paper snips. And then if you are like me and you like these little tails hanging out, I just let them hang out like that. Now we can put on our little hearts. This is just the fun part, okay? And so we can use little mini dimensionals. And here's a heart, and I'm just going to stick that right. It barely fits. Let's see if I got it. Barely. These are very tiny things, but they are so cute. Okay, and if it sticks out some, I just trim that off. Because I do like to use the dimensionals because it makes it just pop off a little bit. Okay, just like that. And then your little heart looks like it's the center of the bow. And then we're just going to add some of these little guys. And in fact, I think just a couple of them on my sample, I did just glue with a dot of glue, just like that. And we just put a little heart right on there. And you can just put them wherever you want, just like an embellishment, but you don't, you can use embellishments, but I think the hearts are cute. They go with this set so well. And I think, well, there's 3. I'm going to leave it at 3. There we go. Now, we can also stamp real quickly our inside piece. This is 3 3/4 by 5. Let me find my house stamp. Also in copper clay, and we'll just put that right there. It's a nice stamp. I mean, it stamps a real nice image. And then here's our envelope, and we'll put this on the outside. Just like that. I'm already thinking of lots of other fun things to do with this set, you guys. There are so many fun things we can do with it. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of other demonstrators doing things that we haven't even thought of. That's what always happens. I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? Okay, this is just to finish it off so that you have a place to write on the inside of your card. Just like that. And there we go. Now, of course, you can trim your little tails if you want to. And if I was sending the card, I'm sure I would. I just kind of think they're cute, sticking out like that. So that is today's prize. So if you put the word prize today, when you come back next week, a week from today, we'll award this cute little card to somebody who had put the word prize. Okay. It is super cute. I do just love, there are so many things I like in here, you guys. I think the catalog is really pretty good. I'm finding a lot of things I like, and I've got a pile of stuff back there on my table that I just want to get in there and play with it, but you can't play with it all at one time. So one at a time, we'll do it all together. So let's give away the prize from last week. Thank you, Cindy. The prize from last week, and as far as I did look today, maybe the glimmer paper came back in. I wasn't looking for glimmer paper, but it was gone last week. And so I wanted to make sure to give out some glimmer paper because that was, they were ordering more. So this is a little pack of, I think 5 pieces of glimmer paper in case you might need some before it comes back in stock. And so the winner this week is Trudy Oliver. And Trudy is one of my regular watchers. Hi, Xiomara. You are so welcome, my dear. And she might watch over on YouTube. So Trudy, I've got this held for you. I love it. Even if you think I have your address, it helps me so much if you email me at Peggy@prettypapercards.com, say prize winner, and just send me your address. It really helps me because it's one less step that I have to do to look back and find your address. So email me, I'll get this out to you. And for everybody else that was waiting for prizes, I got everything out yesterday. It all went in the mail yesterday. So if you were waiting for a prize, I was a little remiss on mailing them out. But I got everything out yesterday. So keep looking in your mailbox. Okay, you guys have a great Wednesday evening, and I will see you on Friday, and we'll do something else fun with new product. Probably, most likely, because I've got to use it, you know. So thanks so much for stopping by.